Hello, this is Roland from ePLAN Canada. I just wanted to talk about a topic here that often is questioned is how to share projects with others. Well, typically what we do, as you can see, is we do a backup. We take the project, we back it up, and then we send it via email. So typically what I would do is most likely go in here, go to the backup, go backup project, send it via email, and then maybe do a certain limitation here on the file size, or I can store it and then send the ZW1 file that basically gets saved, right? So typically we save a file. What I do very often is I add the date of the file, 2021-05-13, just to know when it was actually done. And this is now a backup. So it takes the entire project and everything that's inside the project and saves it. This is all nice and dandy and cool, and it runs the backup. Now, even nicer is the very new eManage. The eManage, if you actually go and check out on our ePulse, so technically on the ePulse here, we have a public cloud where on the cloud, once you sign in, so I'm signed in as my own name, Roland ePLAN CA, and I can have access to various projects here actually with a viewer. These are projects that I can view and check out and actually look up. What I can do also is look up the data portal. So the data portal, of course, allows me to find parts from, I don't know, I guess we have over 200 manufacturers here that actually participate. And for every single part, then of course you can download the parts, and it comes with a series of macros. And these parts are actually residing inside your project, the parts information. So what is nice is if you go back here to the root using that four quadrant dashboard, you can go to the eManage. When you access the eManage, nice thing here is that you can share the project, so you can upload the projects as I'm doing in the background. And from that uploaded project, you can technically now take a look at the project itself and actually download it. This is if you're somebody else. Or you could actually look it up inside eView. And if you do so, what happens is you open the project inside eView, and here, bear with me, you don't need any ePlan. It's really cool. You can see the project in its entire structure as you have. Here I structured it by documentation, general documentation like table of contents and title pages. I created some electrical schematics for a specific platform. We have two main panels, one here, which is the main panel. You can see I'm even using some nice QR codes that you can actually pinpoint to and get right away to the eView. I have another panel here, which is just a general typical control panel, as you can see, and regular North American style drawings, North American style symbols are being used. In my documentation, I also included a symbol overview. For those of you who are not familiar with my symbols, I can actually see here what these symbols are and what they represent in terms of a functionality. And of course, once my schematic is done, I have a whole section here for the source and material handling, which is nothing else than a bill of material to a certain degree, right? All the parts that are inside my project are in here. Here I actually did separate them for the kitting section, so I have the same thing, but for every single mounting location that I have, whether it's my main panel or it's my control box, I have separate parts list for each of them so they can actually pick them up and put the right labels on them. Now, these parts, obviously, when I share this project, the information is there and the people can use them and it's all nice, and they can start actually picking up the parts to build that specific panel. That is, this one here is not exactly finished yet. I believe I still have some parts to work on the front door. This one here is finished, so we can actually check it out. It's a small panel with some controls inside of it, right? For every component here, we have basically the possibility to click on the component and go back. It's quite nice. We even have, for the troubleshooting perspective, we have a section here with the devices. So these components you see here, which are actually on this GC1, right? You can find them here, and you can actually click on a component and it will actually show you where that component is inside the schematics. Plus, we have some additional information for the troubleshooting perspective here is, again, some access to some extra documentation where these different contacts are, even some information about the part number itself. So if you're intrigued about what this part number is, you can click on here. It brings us back to this other section of the data portal within the eView. So what I wanted to basically show and talk about today is the reality here of sharing project is absolutely made easy through this eManage, because all you really have to do is you have to take that project, upload it, and there we go. So it's no big deal. It's really easy to do. And this is how it actually presents when you are inside ePlan, right? It's basically nothing harder than clicking in on the data portal here. I basically use a new feature called the flyout. Flyout means the dialog goes away, just pops up when you need it. If I don't have it in flyout mode, then of course it's like any other dialog, it will show up like this. Just a small feature in the background. And here, again, same thing. We have the dashboard, same dashboard as what you saw earlier. And right there, this is where I basically have access again to the eView to upload it to the eView, or even start with the eManage. And of course, if it's uploaded into the eManage, then anyone can view it from there. So you can choose, go to the eView or go to the other section here. So I'm not going to go here. What I'm going to go is actually push the backup and sharing of my files a bit further. As you know, some of these items, and one, for instance, the symbol overview, for instance, here, is using a specific form, a custom form that I did. How do you share these forms with your customers? Well, you can do a backup here of the forms that you're interested in. And now, of course, you can create, again, like a backup of the project. You can pick up these forms and, just back them up. Now, finding them is a little bit harder. That's just a matter of picking them up, and then you save them. Cool. That's an easy portion. But how do I take my parts? If I go here to my backup, I go here and I look it up, and I can't see I can see the parts data. You are currently not using the access database. A backup cannot be carried out. And this can actually be because I'm not using a parts database using access. I am actually using my SQL main database. So think about it. You have one main database. All my parts are there. So I have tons and tons of parts in here that come from tons and tons of different projects, right? Now, what I would like to show you is how one could actually temporarily, for his backup, quickly create, assuming you have access in your home, just create temporarily here, as you can see through the settings, a new access database. And I'm going to call it temp because it's only temporary for a customer. In this case, I'll put in a name, right? And this will create a new empty database. You will see if I actually go through it, I have no parts anymore in here. It's completely empty. Now, to read in the parts from the project, I will simply then close this and use the simple parts synchronize project, which basically shows you all the parts on the left-hand side that are in the project. You can see only in the project. I'm going to use this complete current system here to actually read in all the parts inside this new access database. This access database will, of course, then only have the parts of that specific project, which is actually what I want. And then I will use an interesting feature to back it up, which is basically the export of my parts in an EDZ file. And that will ensure that I include also all the relative parts, because remember in ePlan, when you go to the data portal, when you download something, you actually download an EDZ file, but that EDZ file contains really, in reality, all kinds of information, such as images or macros, everything that's related to that part, and even specific macros for the 3D and others, right? So that's really interesting, and that is why I want to share an EDZ file of only the parts that are inside this project. So we can see here numerous projects that are there, numerous parts that are there, and within a few, well, I would say seconds or minutes, you typically can import all your parts of a given project into the parts database. Of course, it places it in all the different tabs. The informations are correctly saved, because remember, all that information is saved inside the project. So when you receive the project, it's all nice and dandy. So if we actually look up here, the parts management, utility, menu, parts, management, same icon, you can see, I now get all these parts. So what I can do now is I can take these parts and export them. And when I do export them, I'm going to choose the EDZ file of the entire file, and I will save it in the folder that is, for me in this particular case, my Exchange folder with the customer we're talking about here. And I will just save it, parts, connection, EDZ. That's all good. And there we go. And I save everything. Everything is checked here, and I just save it. And that will do an entire backup of the parts, including all the data that is relevant to it, in one big EDZ file. At this point, if I send my ZW1 file and my EDZ file, I'm complete. Now, what I did, of course, in parallel to this, is I managed ePlan in a second project where I created, or I handled all these different macros for all these 3D parts, right? So for every single 3D part that I had to create, I created a macro project. This is a macro project that basically could serve as macros for general parts. I may have one here in specific, right? But I used it for this time's sake to actually call in different parts out there, got the step files imported, and of course, as you know, most of these step files, the only things missing to actually make them smart is that green surface, which is nothing else than the placement area, and a handle to actually relatively place the component exactly in the angle or in the spot you want to place it. So this was how I back up my projects using eManagement. That is probably the most up-to-date fashion way to do it. And anyone that is invited to your eManage corporation can see the projects you share with them, same as with the eView. Of course, the other trick, and a little bit older trick, is to send a ZW1 file, and finally the backup file here of what the parts are. It takes a few minutes, but you are sending all the data that he will require to continue working on the project. So I hope this could help you. If you do have more questions, feel free to contact any one of your ePlan specialists out there. They will help you. If you show them this video, they will be able to actually show you how this works, how to work with backups, and how to export an EDZ file. And of course, hereafter, for the other person, to use the opposite menu, which is the restore project menu, or actually to recuperate all the parts information, you will be using not the export, but you will be using the import EDZ file here, as you can see. And that will basically take that backed up file of parts and include it into your parts management. Just don't forget to go back after you've done that export. I showed you to go back to your settings here and flip back to the parts, if you want, to the parts database you were using, because otherwise you may have 2 or 3 databases out there that you're using, and at the end of the day that it does not help us. Okay, this was Roland from ePLAN Canada, helping you with a new video. Thank you. If you like it, just subscribe to my channel